That's it.
Okay, just need to make sure. Okay.
You wanna go start?
Yeah, you're just ready. Ready to go?
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. Nice to meet
Medical
you.
student, part of the medical team, and I'm here to just take your history and get to know you a little bit.
Of course.
So, what is your name?
My name is Julio Mancidas.
Julio Mancias. How old are you?
I am 30 years old.
How would you spell your last name? Just so I can get
Okay.
it properly.
It's MANCILLAS.
And 30 years old.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
Yes, sir, actually.
Okay. What do you do for your profession?
I am a science teacher at Lopez High School.
Okay. Is that okay? Is that here in Edinburgh or?
No, it's actually located in Brownsville.
Okay. So you, wow, you commuted quite a distance.
Yeah, it's actually quite a distance.
What is your education? Did you go to college? Did you, so you are a teacher. So did you get a bachelor's or a master's? Or?
Oh, I got my bachelor's in education from UTV before the merger. Now it's UTRGV.
And are you married, single?
I have a fiance, actually.
Okay.
I was previously married. I don't know if you want to know that.
Sure, I'll put that. And any kids?
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old with my previous wife.
Male or female? Is it a little boy?
Yeah, it's a little boy.
What's his name?
What was it? We decided on Sebastian.
All right. So what brings you here today?
I just came in for a checkup.
Just your annual checkup?
Yeah, regular checkup.
Do you regularly do checkups every year? Or?
Well, lately I've been kind of slacking off on them, but my fiance actually insisted that I come and get some checkup in. But hey, so whatever she says, it's law.
And when was your last checkup?
About, let's see, 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Any findings from that checkup that you could remember or you can recall?
Nothing, pretty much. Found out that it was pretty much healthy individual.
Okay. And during that time span, did you ever get sick, get hospitalized, ever have to see a doctor for anything?
Not really. Pretty like to take care of myself.
Cool. Do you exercise regularly? Is that something that's
Yeah,
important to
I'm
you?
actually the cross-country coach at Lopez.
Cool, cool.
So I run daily, run in the mornings with my team, and at night by myself.
Okay, nice. So you're definitely in shape.
Gotta get that runner's high.
Cool. How would you describe your diet?
Well balanced, but I mean, the life of a teacher is hard. Sometimes I find myself eating from the vending machines. Might get a little Twinkie or two in instead of an actual meal.
Okay. And let's see, occasional snack. But overall, your this consumption of vegetables and fruits, you're
Oh, yeah.
pretty well balanced overall.
Definitely. I consider myself a healthy individual who likes to eat vegetables. Pretty much keeps a protein shake now and then.
Okay. And what is? Do you have any past medical history with your family, like your mom or dad or brothers?
Well, my mom had diabetes. Okay.
Can you recall when she was diagnosed with diabetes?
I want to say in her late 40s.
What about your father?
See, that's going to be a hard one. I haven't seen my father since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
So I really don't remember if he had much of a problem. So I guess I can't really help you with that one.
Okay. And I made the mistake of assuming you have a brother without even asking. So do you have siblings? Do you have brothers, sisters, or?
I do have a sister. She's 3 years older than me. She lives in Dallas, Texas.
And has she ever experienced any sort of medical problems?
Well, no. But when she was pregnant, she has 2 kids. One time my mom asked her to get checked out because she was concerned she could develop diabetes herself.
Okay. But as of now, she hasn't been.
Nothing. Just a slight health concern, probably.
Okay. And out of this checkup, what are you trying to get out of it? You just want just updated information? Do you want us to run like your blood count, your complete metabolic profile? Do you want? Well, what are you trying to get out of the checkup?
Well, honestly, I did it to calm my fiance down. She just wanted me to check up, make sure I'm up to date with my vaccinations, make sure I'm not having any STDs or STIs.
So vaccinations, STDs.
Yeah, just make sure that we're up to date on those.
Okay. Can you recall your last vaccination?
I want to say 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Okay.
What was it for?
They wanted to make sure that I was TB positive or negative.
And you were negative, correct?
Yes. Had to get it for work.
Okay. Did that happen in Brownsville?
Yes.
Nice. And your son's healthy.
Yeah, healthy individual, likes to go play. He's always outside.
Yeah. And when does he start preschool?
Probably next year. Right now he's in daycare. We're gonna try to get him enrolled into one of those IDEA public schools as fast as possible.
Okay. So you've never taken any medications?
Honestly, other than like maybe an ibuprofen here and there for
Just
a
over the counter, but
Yeah.
nothing prescribed?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty rare. Congratulations. That's pretty definite. Okay. What was your upbringing like? You know, say your adolescent years, whenever you're in high school. Socially, were you well attuned to your environment, and just can you elaborate sort of?
Yeah, of course. Well, I was always in the top 10% of my class. My mom made it a point that education was key. I was also an athlete, like I said. Since I teach cross country, I was a huge cross country athlete back in the day. But other than that, I mean, I was socially part of like the cool kids, I guess you can say. That led me to make some interesting choices. I don't know, maybe you can get a little feel of what I'm talking about.
Okay. Did you consume alcohol as a teenager before you were of legal age?
Funny. Yeah, actually. Yeah, I did consume a little bit of alcohol before I was 21. Still do. Drink about 4 to 6 beers every now and then on the weekends. But, I mean, it's heavy Hispanic influence, quinceañeras.
Yeah.
They go a little bit more than that.
So would you call yourself a social drinker primarily, or?
Definitely a social drinker, but I will have a few at home if I'm just having to let time to unwind.
So, 3 or 4 times a week?
Say Friday, Saturday for sure.
Friday, Saturday, for sure. Okay. What about tobacco? Ever used tobacco?
Never smoked tobacco.
Any other drugs that you?
Well, yeah, to be honest, being part of the cool kids didn't help. I kind of did start smoking weed, but stopped about 5 years ago. Once I got really serious with my education, I decided that I had to quit it for the sake of my grades and stuff like that, so I stopped smoking altogether.
Okay, so you're around 25 years old is when you stopped. Did you smoke all the way up until 25, starting?
Sparingly, started around 17, and then progressively got less and less when I got around 25 years old.
Okay. Were what's your overall mood today? How do you feel?
I mean, like I said, came in pretty calm, relaxed, just enjoying the time that I'm here in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really much to do, but it's a lovely school.
Yeah, it is. It's brand new. It's really, really nice. Have you ever traveled out of the state recently? Or?
Yeah, actually. I went to a coaching clinic in Louisiana. We went to New Orleans.
And how was that?
It's pretty good. Got to hang out at Bourbon Street.
How was that camp for the cross country? Or?
Yeah, it's actually where I met my current fiance. We've been going there for the past 3 years.
And what's her sort of profession?
She's an English teacher.
English teacher?
She teaches at Porter High School, and she's a volleyball coach, so we met primarily through coaching.
Nice. Is she from the area down here, or did you meet her there because she was from?
No, she's from Brownsville.
She's from Brownsville.
She's born and raised in Brownsville.
Now, you said you were previously married. How was that relationship like?
Well, it's very strenuous. I mean, she didn't get the fact that I was striving for higher education. She just wanted to be one of those bum wives that likes to chill on the couch and not do anything. So I'm currently in a legal custody battle for my son. So I guess you can call it that it's a very rocky and strenuous relationship.
Okay. Because you're going through this custody battle, are you in constant contact with her, and is there sort of friction between you?
I try not to get in contact with her because I feel like she could use that against me in the battle. But she has stalked my current girlfriend.
Oh, so she's Okay, and when was the most recent episode of that?
About 2 months ago, she followed me home because she didn't know where I was currently living now. And my fiance happened to be there, and she just stood outside the house for, I want to say, a good 3 hours, just staring into it.
And how did you, so you weren't home?
No, I wasn't home then. She followed me, and then when I was leaving the house, I noticed that there was a car there. When I got back, that car was still there. And then I went up to the window, and it was her. And she got mad at me that I was, quote unquote, approaching her. But in reality, she had been there, according to my fiance, a good 3 hours, just there, looking at the house.
Okay. Did you report that activity?
Yeah, I reported it to the authorities. I mean, she has a boyfriend herself, so I really don't know why she's here.
Okay,
I
and how's your relationship with him? Is there?
We don't even talk to each other.
No.
We don't acknowledge each other if we see each other in public. The thing is, she's pregnant herself with this guy, and I mean, she's paying more attention to the fact that she's trying to get my ex. I mean, that she's trying to get my current wife under her skin, but she's paying no attention to her child. So that's my main reason why I want my kid back.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear all this. I really hope, y'all, for the safety of the children and for y'all and everybody involved, I hope everything gets resolved in the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah. Following this checkup, is your wife also participating are y'all sort of doing this joint venture, or is she just sort of wanting you to?
Well, she just recently got her checkup done maybe 2 months ago also.
Mhm.
She went to DHR to get hers done,
Alright.
but I mean, she came out pretty good.
She was healthy, no abnormal findings there. Okay, nice. And how's your current relationship with your sister? She lives in Dallas, correct?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, we take a trip every Christmas over there. Like to hang out with her. She comes down for Thanksgiving. We go up on Christmas for this year. I take my mom with us.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
And I'm sorry, what was her profession?
She's just a stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom. And how did she move from Brownsville to Dallas? What was?
Her husband actually went to dental school, and now he has a practice there.
Oh, okay, nice. Now, because we're in very close proximity to Mexico, do you ever cross over, maybe do some shopping? Do you have family over there?
I mean, most of my family now resides here in the valley. The last time I went might have been just to go away in Monterrey, but other than that, I mean, I recall it was like 7 years ago. So I haven't really gone to Mexico in a long time.
Okay. Now, are you able to speak in Spanish fluently, or?
Yeah, I'm 100% fluent. I mean, my mom raised us that being bilingual is possibly one of the best things you can have right here in the valley.
Okay. Do you own any pets?
Honestly, I want to say that I do, but I haven't been able to keep a pet alive for more than 2 years, so I try to stay away from that. Maybe once I move in with my fiance, and if I do get legal custody of my child, hopefully, I'll probably get a dog, knowing that it's gonna be good to have a dog around the kid.
Okay. What was your previous pets?
All
What
of
were
it's
they?
mostly fish.
Fish? Okay.
Like I said, it's a small apartment, can't really keep a dog, and feel like it's a disservice towards it.
What kind of fish did you have?
Beta fish?
Beta fish.
Yeah, you know, it was really hard to take care of, man. Like to fight each other, apparently.
Do you ever visit the island, South Padre Island? Do you ever take the family out
I
there?
mean, like I said, I was raised in Los Fresnos, so it was like a constant family trip to go to the island so easily. So I've gotten like very bored with it. I hardly go now. If anything, we'll go to New Braunfels and we'll go to the Schlitterbahn up there.
Oh, nice. Have you ever gone tubing?
Yeah, actually, I like to go tubing on the Frio River.
Cool. That's where I did my undergrad, and I
Really?
love the tubing aspect of
Nice,
the hill
nice.
country. The water's so cold.
Oh,
so
dude,
it feels great.
believe me.
Okay. How's your? Tell me. I want to know a little bit more about your current status as a teacher do you enjoy that job? Is that something that you really look forward to going?
I mean, I wake up every morning knowing that I'm going to make a difference in somebody's life, because who knows, maybe that kid that I'm teaching could be in your shoes one day.
Mhm.
I mean, lots of my kids, I mean, chemistry, you went through undergrad taking chemistry, you know how it is.
Mhm.
A lot of kids struggle with chemistry in high school, so I'm making a point that I wake up each and every day to help make sure these kids understand chemistry, so that when they get to college and undergrad, they don't make a mistake.
Nice. Any sort of plans in the future to go back to school? Maybe pursue a master's or?
I mean, yeah, I've always wanted to pursue my master's, but I want to make sure that financially we'll be stable enough to be able to, like my wife and me, to be able to move into a house together. Once I do get, if I do happen to get legal custody of my child, I want to be able to move into a nice neighborhood where he won't be surrounded with gangs or anything like that.
Mhm. Now, are you covered by your school insurance, or do you have your own private insurance?
No,
or-
the school covers our insurance. Yeah, it's basic. Make sure you're able to get at least coverage or something.
What do you, for example, mountain biking, you know, do you participate in any sort of risky activities?
Honestly, maybe just hiking and mountain climbing, but I haven't done that in well over 5 years. Last time I went was Mount Lemmon in Tucson, in Arizona.
I've actually never been there, and I love to go hiking and biking.
No, you should. I'm telling you, it's possibly one of the coolest things you can tell. So we do.
I just took a trip to Wyoming.
Really?
To Grand Teton National
How
Park.
was that?
Oh, it was amazing.
That's
It's a
awesome.
beautiful park.
Really?
I went there for the first time last year, and I've sort of made it my lifetime goal to go once every year, because it's just amazing. It's a
No,
beautiful
it's
park.
gonna be great.
What's your favorite type of food?
Honestly, I mean, you can't say no to Mexican food.
Mhm.
Tacos, burritos, anything like that. It's the way to my soul, man.
How's your mother dealing with her diabetes? How is she?
I mean, she gets regular checkups. She's being monitored for sugars, all that stuff. Her doctor has her on a good meal plan so that she can control the sugar intake. She's pretty good about staying to it. Doesn't really stray off it. My sister and me, we keep a close eye on her to make sure.
But overall, she's stable. She hasn't had any episodes that required
No, I mean,
further doctor visits or hospitalization or anything.
no, actually, she's pretty good. She hasn't had a hospitalization. We had just a minor one, but it wasn't anything to worry about.
What was that about? What brought her?
She went to one of the quinceañeras and she might have had a little bit too much cake.
Yeah.
So,
When was this?
it's about 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And does she also have high blood pressure, or is it just diabetes?
No, it's just diabetes. You like sports?
Yes, I actually played baseball
Really?
in junior college
Where'd you play?
in West Texas,
Nice.
in Odessa, Texas.
What'd you play? What position?
Third base.
Nice. You have a good arm then.
Not anymore, but at the time I want to say I was okay.
So how'd you manage playing that and going to medical school now?
Well, that's the thing. I had to drop one, and I dropped
Really?
baseball
That's
to pursue
interesting.
my medical career, because once I started to take all the science courses, there was just no time to really stay in shape and pursue that to
I
a degree
agree.
that I wanted to.
Yeah, I agree.
What about yourself? Besides in high school or even college, did you participate in any?
Well, I had a scholarship to to run for UTRGV. I didn't take it. I wanted to focus on my education because I knew that running and doing school was going to get in the way.
Yes.
And I mean, it took me 8 years as it was to finish my undergrad because I was paying out of pocket. So it was take the money and run, or do it myself and eventually get onto it. So I felt that it was going to be better to not take the money, to just do my education and pay for it myself, because it was going to teach me a sense of responsibility and maturity.
Mhm.
But like I said, it took me a little longer than I hoped it would, but in the end I got it done.
Yeah, wow. And do you think that was a correct route? How do you, looking back, how do you look back on that?
There's no sense in dwelling on the past. I mean, I could have done it, but I didn't, but it's fine.
Yeah, okay. What's your favorite part of teaching? You know, earlier you mentioned you could make a difference in a kid's life and they could end up, you know, in my position or even, you know, an astronaut or something.
Yeah.
What other aspect of teaching do you really enjoy?
I mean, my coworkers are some of the best people around. So it's just being able to interact with them and being able to come up with daily teaching plans and maybe games and activities that kids can enjoy. It's something that I didn't learn in college. They don't teach how to interact with your coworkers. I mean, you do interact with your classmates and peers, but it's not the same. You don't build the same bond that it is as a teacher.
Okay. And are you still doing these camps, or you said you went like to Louisiana?
Yeah, they're every summer. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, one is coming up, I want to say in 3 weeks, so I'll be flying out over there.
So back to the same location?
Yes, it's going to be in New Orleans again.
And how are you responsible for like do kids go out with you, or do you just go out? It's
Yeah,
like a
it's-
teaching camp?
Yeah,
or-
it's just a teaching camp. No kid goes out.
Okay. And you would say this is annual? These are
Yeah,
annual.
it's an annual trip.
What's your sleep schedule like? You know, you seem pretty busy guy. You seem very energetic, but how are you sleeping at night?
See, that's for another reason why my fiance's kind of worried and wanted me to get checked to make sure it's okay. I sleep about at least 6 hours a night. If it's a rough night, it's 4 hours, but it's mostly because I'm up late running. So she's worried that my running schedule and my sleeping schedule are conflicting.
Okay. And the running doesn't get you tired?
Honestly, no, I live for that runner's high.
Yes. Okay. And would you say this is every day or just during the work week?
No, it's every day.
Every day.
I have to.
On the sleeping part, I'm sorry.
No, for sleeping, roughly, I would say I average to 6 hours, but if it's a rough day, like I said,
4
it's gonna be 4 hours. You know, those end of the year testing, that STAR testing,
Yeah.
the closer it gets, the less sleep I get.
And during these times of where you have some rough sleep, how do you wake up in the morning? How do you feel overall? How's your mood?
Do you like UFC?
Yes.
Do you ever see when they get body slammed?
Yes.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to need to rotate. So if you have any final question that you want to ask?
No, I just want to thank him. He did a great job.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to come see me and getting all my concerns out of the way.
Thank you.